Hey everyone, today I want to talk about a really interesting topic, and it's a question that I get asked a lot from the people that are in my community and also my fans and friends on Facebook, and that is, how do you transition to the next phase of your life without it having to be dramatic or everything going up in flames and all that kind of stuff. Everything in life is seasonal. And so when we acknowledge that life has seasons, we know how to navigate our way through the ultimate changes that take place and the transformations that have to take place in order for our souls to grow. This is how our consciousness expands and the way that the universe works. So the universe tests us in order to help bump us up to that next level, and that next level of being able to receive new kinds of vibrations and new experiences and experience new people in our lives. So today I have a question from one of my students, and she writes, "Hi Sarah, you talk a lot about what happened to you." Oh, hang on, I just activated Siri. Does anyone else have that happen to them? Okay, try again. "Hi Sarah, you talk a lot about what happened after you left your first marriage with nothing. But what happened leading up to that, and what was the catalyst for the big change? I'm going through a very similar experience right now in an abusive relationship with 3 children, but I have no way to provide for myself, and it's really scary. Thank you so much for your daily inspiration on your Facebook page. With love, Gretchen." Thank you so much, Gretchen, for reaching out, and I'm sending you a lot of love. I know how scary it is, and it can be scary for so many people that feel like they're stuck in a relationship that doesn't serve them, and they feel like there's no way out. But I want to tell you that there is, and it's these slow and incremental, tiny little shifts that make all the difference. And for me, I did it in a very cowardly way to leave my 10-year abusive marriage. I actually ended up having an affair. And that was after months and months and months of feeling so desperate that I needed something to change. But I do believe that there is a better way of handling the situation. And I don't believe in regrets, so I did what I did and I can't change it. But what I didn't expect was that I would go back to my husband after living with the guy that I had an affair with. And that was for 8 weeks. And then I had to play out the next phase of the transition because I knew that I was being tested, that I needed to leave from a conscious space in my heart. I needed to do it with a clean slate, to know that I wasn't just doing it from a dramatic need to leave. I was actually creating a solid foundation to start my life fresh with my 2 children. And so I ended up manifesting $12,000 worth of coaching clients over, I think it was a 3-day period. And then that paid for my plane tickets to move states, to start my whole life over again with nothing. I mean, I had the $12,000, but I also had $30,000 worth of debt and 2 suitcases and 2 beautiful children. But the catalyst for change leading up to the affair and leading up to the dismantling of the marriage was that I started to educate myself about how I could create my own financial freedom. Part of the cycle of abuse that I was caught in was that I didn't have any power over the finances. I was given an allowance every month to take care of the groceries and some of the bills, and anything left over, which was usually like $30 or so, was left for me that I could spend on myself or on the children. And so I felt like I was at a real financial disadvantage as a grown woman. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to create my own source of income so that I could feel that independence. And as a lover of the law of attraction, I really wanted to manifest on a big scale, but I knew that that needed to happen and unfold in a specific way. And I thought to myself, well, why not teach myself about internet marketing and how to create a WordPress site and build a blog and build a brand and how to write emails and build an email list and all that kind of stuff. And this was back in 2009, where it was still relatively new and social media was just starting to emerge. This was actually before Twitter had reached mainstream news channels and that kind of thing. So I was looked upon as like a leader in the field of social media because I had 20,000 followers back in 2009. And that was quite a big deal. But that wasn't where my true passion lied. My true passion was teaching people about metaphysics and manifesting and how to create their own reality. But what I didn't realize at the time was that I would have to walk the talk in order to teach it. And I think that a lot of people, when they're going through that really rocky transitional period in their life, whether it's a divorce or they've just had a miscarriage or they've lost their job or the money's not flowing, what they forget to realize and better yet, what they need to remember within their heart, is that it's all forming part of a beautiful story, a story that you're going to look back on in time and know that it was serving your soul and the expansion of your consciousness. Think about that for a moment. Look back from 5 years from now. So project yourself in the future and look back at where you are now and know that it's a pivotal turning point in the evolution of your consciousness. And that's what every moment is an opportunity to do. It's an opportunity to grow and to develop and to learn from our mistakes and to embrace the change and go into these transitional phases with a sense of trust and surrender. Because when we go through these new phases, the number one feeling and emotion that rises up is fear. You know, for me, it's like, what if I never get married again? Because that was such a huge part of my identity. What if I'm destined to stay on welfare for the rest of my life? What if I will only ever live in a one-bedroom apartment with my 2 children and I'll never live in a house again? You know, it's those what ifs that really stunt the possibility of energy from sparking the limitless possibilities of the universe. And so what I'd like to encourage you to do today is to remember the 3 things that you go through when you are in the process of embracing change in your life. And those 3 things are, ding, 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 trust. Trust in the process, that everything is unfolding in divine timing and it's all been orchestrated by your higher self for a greater purpose. 2, let go of your expectations of others and release them. Because, you know, the shoulds that you have over other people are like a form of psychic attack. When you release that and you stop expecting people to behave in a way that will make you happy, and you actually take control about you take control for the responsibility that you have over your own feelings, you have this great sense of freedom just wash over you. And 3, you need to show yourself self-compassion, because we're all so hard on ourselves. We're always comparing ourselves to others, how much we earn, how much we weigh, what we eat, what we wear, how it could be, so-and-so's done this, you've done that. And we all know that comparison is the thief of joy. And so what I want to encourage you to do is be gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself if you have to and say, hey, you're doing a really good job right now. You're going to get through this. And just remind yourself that it takes one day at a time, one step at a time to ride through the uncertainty of a transitional period, because everything in life is seasonal and everything in life will change. Because the one certainty in life, well, there's two, is that you will die one day, and that also that uncertainty is something that you have to get comfortable with. And as manifestors, we know that we need to look beyond what we can see. We need to learn to believe beyond what we can see and what our physical reality is presenting us with. So this is where you kind of cultivate that sense of being an energetic warrior, that you can steer your vibration and offer your energy to the things that you really love and the things that you really appreciate and feel grateful for and light your soul up. And what you don't want to spend your energy on is fear. Is fear-based thinking, is things that you can't control, because ultimately you actually end up attracting the things that you fear into your life. So why not guide your thoughts, guide your heart to a space that will help you facilitate this deep transformation that's taking place in your soul right now. What I love in my manifesting community and with my students is that they all feel like they're on this journey, and then all of a sudden the universe starts talking to them and gives them these little divine winks in the form of signs of alignment like 111 or rainbows or things like that. And it's like an affirmation from our higher consciousness that, yeah, you're on the right path and it's going to be okay. And so I want to leave you with this final blessing of love, so that you know that you are an infinite being with infinite potential and that it's all going to be okay no matter what you're going through right now. If you like this video, please share it with your friends, and I will connect with you again soon. Bye.